where 6 and 7 figure CEOs build their purpose driven legacy businesses through proven branding, marketing, and sales strategies so that they don't have to sacrifice their income and happiness for their mission. Thanks for watching the Life School Masterclass show. Join our Facebook group community of badass mission driven entrepreneurs, and come back next week, same place and time for our upcoming show.
All right. Welcome back to the show, Purpose-Driven Entrepreneurs. I hope you're having a beautiful Wednesday so far. I'm back with you with another amazing connection, I should say, from my ecosystem, an amazing lady, an expert, I should say, in her field, over 20 years, 2 decades in this very important area of money management, Marlene Falcon. Today, we're going to talk about secrets to money management to financial freedom. I know financial freedom is an area that a lot of us entrepreneurs want to pursue as we grow our businesses, as we also want to do other things with our life, our freedom, our lifestyle. So I can't wait to learn from Marlene today. Marlene, thanks so much for finding time to be in our show today.
My pleasure. I just flattered that we are having that conversation from the day that we met to today. So I'm very flattered from that opportunity. Thank you for your generosity.
Absolutely. I love your passion when I met you, and that's why I believe in the work that I also do. I feel people that lead with their heart and they have something to share in whatever area we feel aligned to really share that with others and make an impact should have a voice. And we always can co-create when we really share each other's communities. So that's the power of networking, the power of making an impact in other ways. So I am very excited to have you on the show today. So Marlene, I usually start my guests with a little introduction. So can you give us a little bit regarding your background? I guess some of the most meaningful moments in your life that led you to the work you're doing now.
Yeah, I would say I would say the most meaningful things that led me to do the work I do is when one day, out of the frustration of blaming the financial industry for not giving me the satisfaction that I was looking for. So out of tears and the deep question that between myself and my partner we have in planning for the following year to make more money. So I came to the realization that money is deeper than number, and they require the inner, the outer, and the inner, the outer, and the higher work in a way that the money will take the place that require, and that you have the ability to have fulfilling careers, a happy relationship, leading with your heart, making the income that you want, and not being overworked and overpaid. So that I would say that's the most relevant, because I don't want to burden with my placing my ladder in different walls through my professional career. That I would say the big moment in terms of like a career was that. So, and also letting go my fear of surrendering my second professional career, because my first one is I am a computer engineer, and that when I left, I didn't feel that kind of like, oh, I'm missing out money. I went to the financial, and when I went to the financial, I said, oh my God, I'm gonna be leaving that again. But that time I did have fear, so about that. So but the calling is strong, and that gave me the insight of that the money goes deeper than number.
Well, but that makes you unique. I mean, you come from that background, right? And then you realize that there's more. So you kind of, pivot to something else. But I bet you there's a lot of similarities between a lot of the things that usually happen to us that lead us to the work that we actually get to do today. So I always love hearing about that background, because that's where our why comes from, why we do what we do. I mean, it's not coincidental that you are just choosing to focus in this area and to really offer people a lot of value with, I would say, money management. When I look at money, when I think of money, it's always freedom, right? Being able to live a life based on what we think, is fulfilling us, is making us happy, whether it's more time with our family, whether it's more travel, whether it's, even buying things that we want to buy, right? So it gives you a whole side of other, of freedom. And it's definitely an important area in our lives that, we always need focus on, that drives us in a good way. But, I can't wait to hear your perspective on it. So what is it that you see with a lot, well, mostly, the clients that you work with? What are some money management barriers that kind of holds people back in, managing their money according to what their goals and values are, and according to what the things is that they want to accomplish towards their financial freedom?
I love it the way you say. I did have the same meaning attached to money and freedom, but I will say the obstacle that we face as individual and not being able to have the life that we wanted and on long term. And my new vocabulary is, and your money personality type influence a lot of the outcome of your relationship with money, because it's money personality. It's the same like your personality type. It's something that you develop growing up, and then compounding with society and experience, no? And what people call failures or successes, that become your way of being with money. And then in your way of being of money, you validate that by your system belief about money. And the validation of your system belief of money, you create something that become a block, which people call money block. But basically, money block is the reflection of the validation of your system belief, and that the system belief start to blocking you when you are not getting what you want. That's what is called like a block. And this is in your subconscious mind, and doesn't matter how savvy you are financially. It doesn't matter how many financial planners you have beside you. Doesn't matter how many business mentors you have behind you. Until you don't release that part of your area, you will continue repeating the same things over and over, even though you change career, because I changed career. So it was no matter about the career. My money, to give you no conceptual, and that people can relate to their stories. So money was for me freedom. I choose computer engineer, very intentional. So make a lot of money. And anyway, it wasn't my power wheel. So science was my strong suit, and I did it. So the same things I did it for financial. So was in my power wheel, no resistance, but makes a lot of money. But what I didn't realize that was my money maker personality. I totally forgot about my passion and leading with my passion and making money with my passion. So that's what I say. So if you don't explore that area, you will continue repeating your behavior over and over, because what is between you and what you want is your money personality, your belief system, and your money block. It's
Wow.
simple as that.
So powerful. I could so relate to what you just said, Marlene, because I've had my own journey with maybe seeing lack of money in my in my family and my relationship with money, and how I needed to shift my perception and the values that I needed to align to get to the goals or the things that I wanted to accomplish with being an entrepreneur, right? So a lot of inner works, I definitely highly can relate to that. And a lot of shifts, I find that my biggest shift has been between what I learned to look at things as I'm spending money, it's an expense, to an investment.
Love it.
So that's like a big shift that I have personally made from where I came from to kind of how I look at things today. Even if something I'm buying at the store, I'm like, does this align with my value and the long-term thing that I'm trying to accomplish? And is this an investment in a memory I'm trying to make, or in a survival need, that I'm trying to accomplish, or whatever it is? Or is this something that's going to align with the long-term vision that I have for the life that I'm trying to create. And I know that's been like a journey of years.
I love it the way you are saying. You really are speaking our language. So I did that shift, and I don't spend money. I invest my money, and I plug all the money leak that I have, and I call money leak when I'm just kind of like a really
Yeah.
wasting leaving my money to go to the areas they are not giving me joy and happiness. Joy and happiness, or that you say your memories, your inner being, your kind of like what it's all about. So yeah, I love it that you say that way, because as you captured in my posting, I say all the time, budget doesn't work. This your budget. Spend, invest your money intentionally. So
Ooh, invest your money on purpose and intentionally. You are in the right place
intentionally,
with that.
intentionally, because the budget part is kind of like a reinforce the things that you cannot spend.
Yeah,
And the
it's a
children is
lack. It's
spending
a
more,
lack
it's a lack,
restriction.
it's
Yeah.
spending more. And that, anyway, when you are, it's kind of like a who like to spend. People like to invest. So, and by default, it's kind of like a reinforcing you. And there is a lot of people with a philosophy. You need to remove your latte, or you remove, no, I don't need to remove anything from my life that bring me joy and happiness.
But you need to clarify what those are, because a lot of people, we just have habitual habits and things that we spend our money on that might be killing us, but might not be helping us for the long term, future goals that we might have in our family, personal life, and all of that. And they don't teach us this in school,
Yeah,
right?
because there is something different with this. I'm making the decision to not drink every day. Let's see that I have lactose intolerant, or I have issue with sugar, no? And by default, I buy every day my coffee and McDonald's. Let's assume that I do that. I don't, but let's assume I do that. It's a different way of shifting to say, I'm cutting that coffee because health is important to me. And I'm not going to be dealing with health issues because I cannot tolerate sugar. There is nothing related with money. It's just kind of like this is not the life I wanted.
It's
And
really,
then you remove that. You
yeah,
remove that because that thing is not giving you what you want.
absolutely. That's powerful. So, what is a money personality? That attracted my attention. Tell us more about that.
I got it. I got a feeling I know who the heck you are.
Oh, really? I'd love to know.
Yeah. So the money personality, we kind of like we put in bucket as the spender, the money maker, the monk, the avoider, and I forgot another one. I need to go to another one here. So I have that in my PowerPoint. So they are 5 money personality types. Yeah. And it's interesting because it's interesting how so people when they kind of like and basically it's kind of like we say, you know how personality type A personality, no, that money personality type, when this is a beauty about money personality type. So this is why it's so powerful. My mom is a hoarder. I am a money maker, by the way. So yeah, between my mom as a hoarder and myself as a money maker, I was kind of like, oh my God, she's all the time counting penny. I cannot deal with that. And I was flustered. I got like a lot of frustration and dealing with her and money until I become very clear for me what personality she have. And then when I'm speaking with her, I know where she's coming from. It's the same like a personality type A or another one, that in your relationship, you know what is the concern of this personality type, and that you coming to address their concern, and that together you can move together as a relationship because you are addressed where they are coming from, where are you coming from, and then you don't collage because at the end, at the end, in of everything, all of these personality, they are formed by the basically instinct of fear, because I say in the universe they are two kind of like a thing, love and fear, no? In that instant that you will know that everybody manifests that fear in a different way of being, and that with that knowledge you have the possibility to kind of like a collaborate with, especially with the people that you love, and understanding where they are coming from. Because at the end, what are you want? You want to enroll them into your mission. You want to enroll them to support you, and that you want to have open money conversation. And that's what a money personality type will open up for people.
This is the first time I'm hearing. This is so fascinating because I've always been into personality stuff. It sounds like it's a whole other language to this area as well. That once you discover, I guess, your type, and that would be my next question to you: is this born, or things, habits, and programming that we have pretty much gone through, as you know, throughout our experience, or is it both? And also, if you could give us a description for each, like a very short one, because this is very fascinating.
Yeah. So I want to reiterate what you asked me, how the money personality is formed.
Right. Is it we're born with it, or is
No, we
it
don't born with that. We don't born with a money personality. We
so it's
develop.
something we develop throughout our experience, our background, and all of that, right? Correct?
Yes, we develop. It's our under. It's about. It's coming from our understanding of our surround, the way that we are growing up, and that you may notice that if you have siblings, how all of them they manage money differently.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, and that is coming from your interpretation of the environment that you are growing, and that by 7 you basically develop that.
Oh, just like psychology says
It's,
that by 7 you have formed your
yeah.
full
What
foundation.
happens is then through life, because then you have a belief system, you go through experience that reinforce your belief system and your personality type. And that on the that lens is where you kind of like decide how do you spend, invest, how do you talk about money, the career that you choose, the fear that you have. That is coming on the that lens, and you are wearing that lens every day since you open your day. So you have the ability, when you know what it is, at least to know that you are living on the that paradigm,
No,
and that kind of like stop yourself and reflect, where is that coming from? And as you know, neuroscience, little by little you will create a new path, no, a new path of making decision when it comes to money, and how we behave when it comes to money, and the feeling attached we have to money. So that kind of like a thing, it kind of like open up for you the opportunity to not live with that lens every day. So to have the, okay, I know this is who I am. So because this is who I am, so this is the way I make decision. And then the beginning, I would say when I started personal growth in 2005, my first mentor, I was frustrated like a hell, because I say, I know that, why I continue to do that. And my mentor say, this is the process. You know, you create new neuro path or new path, and then it becomes a habit. And but it's like an onion. Later on, you catch yourself with your same personality type in another area, and you didn't realize that's you, because that's the way the mind works. The mind loves to have everything in a square. So for that, for relationship, that is. For work is that. For this is that. And then we were different kind of like a persona depending of the role that we are playing. But later on, you will see how that things go to all the area of your life, little by little. And you know, personal growth is not like sometimes it's one day, and sometimes it's months. So you cannot predict.
it's a
So by
process.
when you're gonna do the switches, sometimes you do switches immediately, and sometimes takes you a little while to kind of like, oh God, for how long I'm gonna be repeating that? But I say at the same, I will say, at the end of the day, you are ahead of the game, because I think knowing is everything. Because when you know, at least you are coming with
Exactly.
the position of empowerment of choosing,
Exactly.
because there are things that you know, and they say, I'm not going to do anything about that. I'm just in that area, but at least you know what you know. It's not
Right.
like a blind spot that you have it, that you don't know, that you don't know.
Exactly. Awareness is key. And sometimes when I know a lot of things, I'm like, I don't want to know because now I know I have to do something about it. But it's a lifelong process.
But you can choose, but you don't feel out of power because you can choose this area. I know that I'm not going to do anything about it, but I know.
Yep.
I know. As you feel in position of,
Power.
yeah, you feel in,
Yeah.
yeah.
I love this, Marlene. Amazing stuff. So what are the types? You said money maker. What is
Money
that?
maker, yeah, yeah. Money, a money maker. I would say there is a big description for that, but as I describe myself, I have the tendency to thinking about making money all the time.
Ah, okay.
I have that tendency.
You are wired.
Yeah, that's the tendency I have in terms of like a money maker. So,
I
and
can, I can relate.
yeah, I have that tendency.
Because of all the things that I can do, all the freedom I can buy with it. So there's always a bigger why. But I like, yeah, I
But
like.
what happens is for the money maker in that they can get sidetracked and forget about how about time. So what is really is important.
Yeah, you do tend to sacrifice other areas, so you have to be very careful.
Yeah, I have that. I know, and that for myself, I have the awareness, and that also I'm putting like a also how do you call like a containers. So I work until that hour, and this is it. It doesn't matter. I feel the inclination to continue doing that because I know I won't have an end. So this is my mind is very busy, and I like to make money. I like to make money. I
You learn
love
to
to
set
talk
your
about
own
money.
boundaries.
I love to talk about money. So, and that's my passion. And because I know I'm a money maker, not everybody loves to talk about money. Then it's I'm leading and dealing with a avoider. I cannot connect with an avoider emotionally talking about money.
What is an avoider? What
An
are
avoider is a relationship person. So money is not important.
okay? They value quality in relationships.
Relationship, and I so the pile of things they are piling up, and I don't want to deal with that. And then if you have a good friend or family that you love, and you are a money maker, you're gonna ruffle the feather, and vice versa,
Mm.
because we
Especially when your partner is the opposite, which sounds like moneymaker. The opposite is an avoider. Is that what it is?
yeah, potentially. So, and then the spender is they buy they kind of like Christmas time, Valentine, everything is about present and giving.
Ah,
So present and giving and giving and giving, and those are the people that give you gift, and sometimes the gift they are giving to you, so you don't want it to have it. So, but they interpret relationship with people as about giving present and buying and buying and buying and buying and buying and buying. So buying is when they are buying, they feel satisfaction and they feel sense of accomplishment.
yeah, yeah. That's what they get, and also it's probably how they want to give love, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
That's at the end of the day. That's why we do what we do at the
Yeah.
core. Knowing neuroscience,
Yeah,
also.
and the hoarder is like the person that all the time is thinking about saving. So, those are the people. Have you ever been in the table that so the people hold the money and they don't pay, and you say they are sheep? So they are holding the money all the time and they feel tense. And when they are investing, they are kind of like, oh, I'm gonna be losing my money. So that's
They,
the hoarders. So they are incredible good savers.
Mhm.
Those are the people they have lots of money saved. So they are saving and saving, and everything about saving motivate them. Talk with them about saving money, and the potentially they are the one that love budgeting.
Right, right, because it helps them save. So that's kind of what they love. Wow, I love that. And what
And
else?
the monk, money is the root of evil.
Oh, wow,
That's a core belief, or money can create problems. Money, which is what I say is in somehow, some way. So when they receive large amount of money, they feel overwhelmed. So because it can be corrupting them, and this is in the subliminal language because I'm telling you that, but people they don't express themselves that way.
right. Yeah.
They say it differently.
Right, because they might not even be aware of how to articulate all of this, right? They just
No,
know
no, no, they are
from
not.
natural habits that that's kind of how they operate.
But
So
they can,
those are all of them?
yeah.
Those are all the different
Yeah,
person.
those are the five: the hoarder, the avoider, the spender, the money maker, and I forgot again. So I say the five, but I forgot again. So
The spend right, yeah, the spender,
the spender,
the monk, the saver, and the hoarder are five.
the spender, the money maker, the avoider, and the spender.
Gotcha.
And those kind of like a more like a they kind of like a core belief, but that there is a law so inside of them that you will see how they relate to money. And it's fascinating to know how they relate to money because, again, what is our purpose? Is collaborating, enrolling, knowing people, and that to know how you can inspire them to do something about it. And that if we don't know that, we can collage. People collage because of that.
For sure. I identified with the moneymaker, but now I could see how I have a lot of people in my family, close circle, that are savers, that are monks, that are, who is the one that values relationships? Yeah,
The avoider,
the
the
avoider.
avoider.
I have
So
a lot of avoiders.
don't talk with them about money. It's just don't talk with them about money. No.
Love this, Marlene. This is so interesting. It's like this is totally like a master class. By the way, I know you have something amazing happening as well. So then let's go with that. So how do you take your clients now that you help? I guess you help them discover these, money personalities. How do you take them from this to their own definition of financial freedom in your work?
Yeah, I do in two ways. So I run the workshop that I call like the becoming. I forgot what is the name, but basically it's unveiling the money mask. So in that workshop, they do first the money mask quiz, and during this workshop, they will understand how their money personality type is impacting different area of their life, because every money personality type impact area of your life. No one is a good money personality type, neither bad. They just are. They are there for you, and this is your makeup. And then in this workshop, women, they can have the ability to finger point and to gain a go awareness how your money mass is working and how is that relate to your area of your life. This is a one way that people can work with me. The another part is I do money freedom, which is this is my one-on-one program. And in the money freedom, we do together the inner, the outer, and the higher work of money. So we work in the area of your life that is not working really well. That's basically what I do. And that program encompass mindset, encompass the life that you want, and encompass financial empowerment, because that's what my certified financial planner come to play. So which is I call the outer work of money is how all of these vehicles that you have, they are supporting the life that you want. And what is the vehicle that you have is not supporting the life you want. They are stealing your money, and what you need to do about it, and how you create an intentional spending and income plan, and how so your money mindset, to grow your money mindset in a way that is a grow mindset, and that you kind of like start to deal with your scarcity mindset. And that all of these things, it has to be boiling down to something I call joy and happiness. I remove myself from lifestyle because I wanted people align that to joy and happiness. One bring me joy and happiness. And
Yeah.
that's the work I do.
Wow, it sounds like a holistic approach because most
Really.
of us learn how to deal. Well, we all want the exterior of the money, like the financial freedom, income, recurring income, all that stuff.
Yes.
So we always motivated on that, but it sounds like you have your framework where you're working with the whole individual from inside out, in a way. So that's beautiful, beautiful work that you're doing there. And how is it? I know you have a master class coming up, and I'm definitely coming to join because you speak in my language with a lot of different things that there's never enough you can learn in this area.
Never enough.
Never enough.
For
And
me,
like
Ilona, for me, when I did that, this one was a co-creation, because we are co-creator, because this universal intelligence is there for us until we decide to grab it and implement it. So that has been the most transformational since I ever done it in my life, and that I become a passion for me to do to others. So that you say we never have enough, because depending I would say the angle and the perspective that the knowledge has been presented to you, that's the level of impact that knowledge will have to you. And I will be again flattered if you show up to the workshop. It's February 8th, noontime.
February 8 at noontime. So we definitely everyone can also connect with you for the details to register for that. As I know, I'm actually going to include the link on the bottom of this video, so it's easy for people to register. And there you go. Take care of this, take care of this area. It's the awareness and the knowledge that, just at least from our conversation, I learned a lot, especially the money personality. I never heard of that. And the way that connects to everything else that
They
we're doing.
connect. That's what I having, and I think this is a blessing I have in my engineer brain. Things have to be connected, no? How that things connect with another one, and how integrate. And I say I love it that we say it's an approach for you to joy and happiness. Happen to be that use money as my vehicle to facilitate that, and actually, I would say women, Ilona. I do that for women. This is what I surrender later on in my life. I serve just women. This is my higher call. My higher call is serving women, because I want to be a contributor of equality globally for women. So because I decide to do that, because when I read about any injustice about women in the planet, my heart just kind of like I get angry, and they say I want to do something about it. So let me devote my time to women.
Well, that's the passion. That's what drives you. That's what fuels you. You're on a mission. That's your mission, right? To empower women to be financially independent and have this knowledge and education that they can use for lifetime. I mean,
And talk about money and be the boss. Talk about money with everyone.
yeah, I so can relate. I see entrepreneurship as that journey where you can grow forever, you can build forever, build a legacy with whatever area, just like you found your niche, right?
Yes.
We all have our niches based on our experience and also our drives and all that of what we want to do and the impact we get to make. So that's really, really powerful there as well. And you also have your website, Marlene. What is your website?
My website is falconlamb.com. So yeah, they can find me over there. So, and they can find me in social media. My name is Marlene Falcon, as you say. So that's what I post a lot of content about my point of view about money.
Oh yeah, definitely follow Marlene for this area, right? Because I'm sure you share a lot of valuable content just like you did here, right? So this is just an indication.
Yeah, because I think that's my one of my core value. No, I think no, this is one of my core value. Being in service to others.
We share that commonality. Now I know why we connect. Love it. Love it. Go check out Marlene's website. And Marlene, give me a final message from your school of life that you can leave us with, if you can. I know there's a lot, but one final last message.
I will say the final message is I wouldn't say the life is the destination. The life is not something to achieve. It's a journey that you go through to, and invest your time in living your present moment, because your future, it will be the expression of you living your life to the fullest in the now. If you live your life to the fullest in the now, so this is going to be a compounding for the future. Do not get so hung up in the future because we don't have tomorrow.
Beautiful. That's a life well lived, I would say. Thank you so much, Marlene, for everything you shared with us. I would definitely have you back for really great content around this area because it's such an important area.
I will love it. I
Right.
really would love it to collaborate with you. This really is my passion. So
I could definitely tell. Thank you so much again. And I will see you all with another interview, another beautiful guest.
thank you. Keep being generous to people. I love you and have a fabulous day. Thank you for your time.
Same to you. Bye, everybody.
Thank you. Bye.
Join our next high-level community event where you will meet over 30,000 purpose-driven entrepreneurs, and you can build meaningful relationships with high-level visionary leaders that will really stem from beautiful conversations, connections for future brand building, collaborations, and also client attraction. Find out more about the next networking event that we are organizing and join us for free to see if this is a community that aligns with you, your work, and your values.